Hi everybody, this is Kim from Kim's Vinyl Expressions. Today we're going to stitch out an in the hoop circle bag with flower accents. This is the finished product. This one is a 6x6. I believe it does come in 4 sizes, but today we're going to stitch out for the 6x10 hoop. I will be using vinyl from my Embroidery and zippers from Zipit Zippers, and I believe they're on Etsy, but I will post a link to all the companies in the description of the video. I will also fast forward through the actual stitching to make the video shorter for everybody, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing and wait and watch it stitch out, but I will go step by step and show you that. Okay, so let's go on over and head over to the machine. This is what the design looks like when it's in the machine. And I use regular tearaway stabilizer. And I believe it's the Easy Stitch 360. It's kind of light for certain things, but it works for me. And I get it from Joann's. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you. The first stitch is going to be the placement stitch. And this is where I'll just show you what it's going to look like to where you have to put the zipper. So I'm just going to show you only this stitching. The rest of it I'll just fast forward through. But I just want to show you what it looks like so you can place the zipper. Luckily, my machine cuts jump stitches, so that's a big plus. Okay, so what you're going to do, and I will show you what that'll look like in a moment, but you're going to tape the zipper down in between these two lines. Okay, so I will show you what that looks like in just a moment. Okay, so I have taped down the zipper, and what you're going to want to do is leave some of the ends out. So you're definitely going to want a zipper big enough that's bigger than the actual design, because at the end you'll have to cut around it, and I will show you all of that as well. But I just wanted to show you how I tape it down. I guess you can use pins also, but I just prefer to use painter's tape. Okay, so I am going to tack down the zipper. Okay, so I have tacked down the fabric and did the flowering stitch around it. I just chose to use a lighter color so it would stand out a little better. We don't want to cut any of this right now because we will cut it later. The next step that we're going to do is just stitch a... the next step is going to be to attach the clasp, and so you can hang it from a bag or, you know, whatever you want to hang it from. If you choose to do that, you can skip this step if you don't want that, but I'm gonna show it on here so you know how to do it. So the next step, as I said, is going to be just a line here, a placement stitch to show where to put it, and then the next step would be to attach it. So I'm going to run them both, and then I'll show you what that looks like when I come back. I tack down the elastic with the clasp. You can make the elastic whatever size you want. You just fold it in half and you're going to tape it down. You want to leave some above this stitching, because at the end, after we're done, we're going to cut all around this, and then this is all that's going to be left right here. Then what you want to do, I already did it, you want to open up your zipper, because you're going to have to turn this bag inside out, and you need your zipper open to do that. So I usually open it to right about here. You don't want to go past here because you're going to cut some of the zipper off. So you just want to open it whether halfway or right here. This usually about here is easier for me to turn inside out. And then what I usually do is probably different than what others do. But before I do my final step, I go behind here and I take out I take out all of this, all the stabilizer, because it's easier for me to tear it out before turning it inside out and tearing it out. But that's just me. You may have your own way of doing it. So that's what I'll do next. And then I am going to, this is the final piece. I'm going to tack it down. And you want to make sure, well, you want to make sure that it's going to cover everything. You want this here. And you're going to, like, do that. And it does fit. But, and then it's going to, you want to make sure that it's face down, because this is going to be the backing. And when you turn it inside out, it'll be right. I will show you. So we're going to just tack down this final stitch. And then once that's tacked down, then you're going to want to cut all around where the stitch is on the outside. And I'll show you all that in a moment. Okay, so I have tacked down my final step. This is the back of the bag. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it off of the stabilizer. The stabilizer that I used, that I told you about earlier, is so easy to tear, because it has all these little tiny holes. I guess you can see them. All these little tiny holes, and they make it so much easier to tear. So you're not left, I know sometimes people make bags and they're left with so much stabilizer. This kind of prevents that. And I love this stabilizer. When I first started using it, I thought it was a lot thinner than the most that I've used, but different stabilizers for what you're making. This works great for me. So I have all the stabilizer off on the back. This is, well, this is the front. This is the back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a scissor and you're going to cut around the edges, but you want to leave just a little bit around there, just so you want to make sure it does not come apart. So we'll go ahead and do that right quick. While my scissor keeps, okay. My scissors giving me a fit today. I don't know what's going on with my scissors. Let's try this one. Never have many issues with my scissors, but those two are giving me a problem today, so I'm going to use this one. This one cuts a lot better anyway. I love making all types of different bags from different designers. Different designers make different type of bags, and I just love them. I have so many of them. And see, it's cutting off the end of the zipper. You want to make sure you cut it before you turn it inside out. You don't need to leave a lot of extra, just not even 1/4 of an inch, just very small, so you make sure it's not going to come apart in case you hit the stitching by accident. Take a little more off on this one. Okay, so I cut around. I left a little bit around the whole thing, and remember I left my zipper open before, so what I want to do is go ahead and try to start turning this. I go in here and I grab the pull on the zipper and I just open it the rest of the way. So I opened it. Now I can just start turning it inside out. I mean, right side out. And very simple, depending on what material you're using. Different, you got to be careful turning it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this one. Make sure you get it all the way around. Some bags that you do might have regular corners if you're doing a square bag. This one's relatively easy. And this is only 8 steps. Very quick and simple to make. And then you just close your zipper. And here's your little pull thing. It's very, very sturdy, good stitches. And there you go. And put a little bit of light on it. And put this around the front. And I forgot to mention, I get these clasps from My Embroidery as well. But there you go. That's pretty simple bag, pretty good size. This, like I said, this 6x10 is definitely, I measured it, it's a 6x6. So it's pretty good size. You can put quite a few things in here. And I also forgot to mention that when you go to tack down your material by the zipper, you want to make sure that it lines up right at the edge of the zipper. So you're not exposing the whole zipper. All you need to expose is this part. Okay. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope it was helpful for you. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And if there's any designs from any particular designers that you would like to see or need help with, just shoot me a message or comment on this video, and I'll try to get in touch with that designer to see if they will want me to do this for them. So thanks for looking, and don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming from a lot of designers, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.